Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. And yes, after my first video about the puppets of Fubar and the changes they made, I had a wonderful experience on my meat grinder server. My encounter multipliers on ×10. I was crouch walking with stealth in the big city. You can ask any of my community members. I haven't been immersed like that in a while. I enjoyed my experience. The Chumbawamba puppets were gone. And yeah, yes, the spawning system is not exactly what everyone wants. But I'm supporting the developers with their vision. So do we all want the old spawn system back? Yes. Was the old spawn system perfect? No. My biggest problem with puppets from the start is that there are no colliders on puppets. So there isn't meshing around the puppets. So you can drive through them. They can spawn inside a tree. They can jump, like a lot of my viewers have seen suicide puppets jumping out of cement floors, out of the ground to kill me, out of walls, out of roofs. So the puppet system has never been perfect. Okay, I just want to make that clear. The puppet system has never been perfect. But with the new way the puppets are spawning, I'm willing to back them up. I'm willing to see where they want to go with this. I do know that they see the complaints. They are not blind. But at the end of the day, I have to address things that are affecting the player base in a very, very negative way. So first of all, is this system perfect? No, not by a mile. Did they fix the game-breaking, unplayable for difficult PvE servers Chumbawamba effect? Yes. So I could still play the game after they fixed the alien walk, and I could still enjoy the game for at least a week until they brought out a hot fix with a new DLC character and the Rager armor. But right after that, I could feel the difference again. So at the moment, we've got another game-breaking system that if the person that tests the puppets on default settings, he won't see it. And I'm really asking the developers to test the puppets. Anything you change on puppets, put it at least at a ×3 multiplier, okay? You'll be able to handle yourself. So I'm just trying to put myself, I don't have the knowledge to program, but if I had to change something about the puppets that will affect my entire community, I would put the multiplier, the base, the first multiplier to ×3 so that I can just see more. Because on vanilla settings, you can't really see what's going on. There's way too little puppets. No experienced Scum player wants to play on vanilla settings unless he's a PvP player, okay? But the PvE players, the survival players, they will have to increase their encounter settings, and this is my survival evolved server, and we call this popcorn puppets. This does not just happen in towns, or it doesn't just happen in abandoned bunkers. It happens in different places, but you can clearly see it in abandoned bunkers, okay? Just after you kill one, another one pops up. I've been seeing dozens of clips of this happening on all of my survival servers. I know it's a lot of people have been complaining about it, but I just feel the time that it takes to solve something like this, it's not a problem for me because I'm a very experienced player, but it is game breaking. And not only that, it's not only the popcorn puppets, at the moment when you go to a police station, it's almost like impossible to not trigger a horde. Puppets are seeing you through walls, and, there's just a lot of things that it feels like we're going 2 steps backwards every time we go 1 step forward. So basically, guys, whoever's working with the puppets, do me a favor, put it on ×3, give me a test server, I'll do the testing for you. This popcorn effect doesn't happen on a 1x encounter multiplier, okay? It only happens on ×2 and up. So I tested it on a ×1 encounter multiplier, it didn't happen. Then I tested it on ×2, or my community tested it on ×2, and it happened. Okay, so please just like the team was able to do a DLC and vehicle armor. You say you've got a small team that can work on other things. Please, none of the settings work. Okay. And I've only changed one setting on all my servers. That's the encounter multiplier, so that we can at least have a survival experience. But none of the settings work. Like beta released the file showing us what the settings do. If you turn the batch file to 0, that doesn't mean puppets aren't going to respawn inside of a bunker. If you set the respawn timer higher, the puppets don't take longer to spawn in. Okay, so you've given us multiple settings that don't work. And I just feel, if the team has got time for DLCs and armor and all these other things and fixing the Chumbawamba, please just test the puppets when you make a change to it. Test it with at least a ×3 multiplier so that you aren't overwhelmed. Make the puppet damage 0 so that you don't die. And basically just go to the 3 different sectors. Like go to a town where puppets spawn, high threat, low threat, medium threat. Go to a town, go to an airfield, go to a normal bunker, and then go to an abandoned bunker. It won't take you forever to do that. Put it on ×3. Go to a town, go to a military point of interest, go to a normal bunker, and go to an abandoned bunker, and just test it. Because we are experiencing these problems an hour after the hotfix. Okay, so, but these things are losing you a lot of players. Like, again, nothing can get rid of me, but I know the things like this is affecting your player base in a major way. So please get a small team, test all the settings, let all the settings work. Test the settings yourselves. Let what the file that beta gave us, let that make sense. Instead of saying it does something, let it actually do what you say it does. Okay? That's it, guys. I love this game. I'm going to report everything that's game breaking, and the popcorn puppets and the current horde activation is broken. Cheers.